Because she turned 21 in this fiscal year, there's no funding. There's no programs for her next September. We were very hopeful to find a program that was very similar to her environment at Cotting, something that would be supportive, that would be more of a day program, that she would have work options, but not necessarily, a 5-day work week. Some social interactions. And, that's what we've been led to believe was available for the past 4 years. And to find out that there's absolutely nothing. So we were hoping for, a day program, a structured program, something, where she can, she's very routine-oriented and she's just lost without a schedule. So, that was our hope, but we're, kind of rethinking what we're going to be able to get for her. We're all going to have to, figure out what Ashley's going to need. It would change a lot for her. Everything that she has is through Cotting School. Her work programs, her social interactions. Once we lose Cotting, to not have something else to replace it, she really has nothing here. I guess we relied a little heavily on the fact that things would be available. Mm-hmm. So we never took advantage. We never, utilized any funding or any other programs for her, thinking that, we were well able to afford different things and that, left that for other people. But now we want it. We want something for her as an adult. There's not a whole lot here for her. So, at this point, all of our plans include her. My husband and I were joking recently that we'll be celebrating our 50th anniversary in Disney with Ashley. I would love to be able to see her live independently. But I worry that may not be an option for her. I guess my fear is that there's too much warehousing going on, and living independently and living in a group home where it's not so much independent, just a kind of a place to be, are not my ideas of what I want for her future. We're hoping. We see some maturity, we see some gains, but we're moving in that direction. But with the lack of options for her, we're not moving very quickly in that direction. I think it's hard for people who are not walking in our shoes to understand. You don't get what a cut like we just went through means to a lot of people. I really think the education for mainstream America is just not there. To cut from the most vulnerable people, the people that need our help the most, in the short term, it's just going to, really cause problems in the long term. It's very short-sighted. These people are going to need the help eventually, and, I wish that there was more understanding for that. I don't see the outrage, actually, that I would have expected to see or would have hoped to see. It's just, I think, something that they don't think about. It's going to be, a little unsettling for her. We can't even go on vacation without her having her days organized. Mm-hmm. She cannot be left to wonder what her next minutes are going to be spent doing. I didn't want her to just end up begging groceries at a supermarket. That's not what I have planned for her. I think she has so much to offer. But in the short term, I think that, that may end up being where she ends up until funding changes or programs get added. And hopefully there'll be some programs that, they'll reinstate some of the stuff they decimated this year.